Namaskar friends. In this session we'll discuss about how the cash flow is calculated from the income statement of a company. In the last two sessions we have discussed about profit, different types of profit. Even I have given a brief outline about the different types of cash flows. But in this session I will go little bit depth regarding the cash flows. Now, as you know, cash flow has two components. One is cash inflow and second one is cash outflow. In this session, we will discuss about cash inflow. Those are normally taken into consideration while calculating the financial parameters or for using in financial decision making process. Now, as I have already told you, the cash flows can be divided into one, operational cash flow. Now you will ask me, sir, what is OCF, operational cash flow? Operational cash flow is the cash flow from which normally we pay interest as well as dividend to the equity shareholders. So interest normally paid to the debt holders and dividend is paid to the equity shareholders or owners of the business. So the cash flow which is available for distribution to both the capital providers of the business, namely equity shareholders and debt providers, is known as operational cash flow. Now you know it better कि the cash flow or such operational cash flow should be before the interest and dividend. That's what it is, EBIT plus depreciation. Now why depreciation is added back? Again I told you in the last session, depreciation is added back simply due to the fact that depreciation is debited to the profit and loss account initially. It is a non-cash item and therefore it is added back. Now you will ask me, sir, why you are debiting and then adding it back? Simply due to the fact that we are taking into consideration the tax benefit we are getting from depreciation. For example, suppose you have profit before depreciation and tax of ₹100. Your depreciation is 20 and your tax rate is 30%. So profit before depreciation tax 100 minus depreciation 20. So profit before tax 80, tax 30%, 24. Okay. So profit after tax is 80 minus 24, which is equal to 56. This is one part. Then on 56 I will add back depreciation. So 56 plus depreciation is your 20. So it is 76 is your cash flow. If I'm not taking into consideration interest here, I will go it back. Now I am just discussing about tax benefit or what we technically call as tax shield or tax shelter on depreciation, or tax shield or tax shelter on any item of expenditure which is deductible for income tax purposes. Now if you say me, sir, I will not take into consideration depreciation because depreciation is a non-cash item, then what will happen? Your profit before depreciation and tax is 100, so you will deduct tax 30%, so it is 70. But here it comes 76. So why this 6 rupees extra you are getting as operational cash flow? This is simply due to the tax benefit you are getting from depreciation. So what is the amount of depreciation? 20. What is the tax rate? 30%. So what is the tax benefit on depreciation? 20 multiplied by 30%, which is equal to 6. So your operational cash flow is equal to 70 plus tax shield on depreciation, which is equal to 6, is equal to 76. So what I want to bring to your focus, you can calculate it in two ways. One, you deduct depreciation, you find out PBT, then you calculate the tax, you find out PAT, then you add back depreciation. This is one way. What I did first, 100 minus 20 is equal to 80, minus tax 24, 56, plus depreciation 20, 76. 2. Method 2. You take 100 minus tax 30%. So 30, 70. Then you add tax shield on depreciation. That is 30% on 20, which is equal to 6, which is equal to what? 70 plus 6. 76 is your cash flow. So this is what? Impact of tax shield on calculating the cash flow. Now if I go to the interest part, I can take it PBDIT, then minus depreciation, then PBIT. Now you will ask me, sir, whether I will deduct interest, thereafter I will deduct tax, thereafter I will add back interest to find out operational cash flow. I will simply say no. You simply take into consideration EBIT into 1 minus T plus depreciation. Why? Simply because in financial decision making process, normally we take weighted average cost of capital, and while calculating the weighted average cost of capital, the cost of debt is taken as after tax. Since cost of debt is adjusted for tax impact, here while calculating the operational cash flow, we did not take into consideration tax shield on interest. Otherwise, there will be double impact. So normally how the operational cash flow you will calculate? EBIT into 1 minus T plus depreciation, or EBDIT plus tax shield on depreciation. Let us understand it by means of an example. I will go by the first method. Let me take it like this. Suppose PBDIT is equal to 100, depreciation 20, PBIT 80. So PBIT minus tax, 80 minus 30% is how much? 56, plus depreciation 20, 76 is your operational cash flow. From this we will pay the interest. This will be taken into consideration while calculating what? While making financial decision. Okay. Secondly, you can take it like this: PBDIT into 1 minus T. So 100 into 70%. 1 minus T means 1 minus 0.30. So it is 70 plus tax shield on depreciation only. 20 into 30%, 6. So it comes to 70 plus 6, which is equal to 76. This is operational cash flow. So operational cash flow is calculated any of these way. Method 1, you take EBIT into 1 minus T plus depreciation. In the example what we have discussed, it is 80 into 1 minus T, that is 70% of 80, 56, plus depreciation 20, which is equal to 76. Method 2, it is EBDIT into 1 minus T plus tax shield on depreciation. 100 in the above example, 100 into 1 minus 0.30, that is 70, plus tax shield on depreciation 20 into 30%, 6, which is equal to 76. So operational cash flow for financial decision making process, these are the methods to calculate. And if someone asks you, sir, why we are not taking the tax shield on interest, then you will simply say, sir, in financial decision making process, normally we use weighted average cost of capital as the discount rate. We'll go into that when we'll go to the capital budgeting techniques. Okay. Since their cost of debt is taken as after tax interest rate, here we are not giving the tax shield impact on interest because there will be double impact. So stay with me. Do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, CA SB Virtual Gurukul, and press the bell button because the classes are going to be very much interesting. So if you want to be a finance professional, finance expert, do not miss these fundamental classes. I will back very soon, and in the next session I will tell you the difference between free cash flow and free cash flow to equity. Thank you.